Welcome to a totally flawed movie review tonight. Tonight I've been watching a movie called Nightmare in a Damaged Brain. I've been watching that tonight, right? And it's called Nightmare. Because I was watching the film, it said Nightmare instead of. It's weird. I don't know why they call it on. So, few slasher classes have proven to be more controversial than Ramino Scaveni's sicko sliced them up to epic nightmares in a damaged brain. Finally, really unleashed in the UK, uncut and uncensored for the first time since the days of VHS, back when the distributor of this bloodthirsty Halloween cash-in was in prison for 18 months just for daring to unleash it. Nightmares in Damaged Brain depicts the slow mental burn down of an escaped psychopath that hacks his way through New York's 42nd, in his way through New York's 42nd 42nd Street, horny teenagers and random suburban housewife, but there's more to his rampage than meets the eye. There's a shocking final twist featuring enough Freudian fermentation to appease generous academics, picking up more plasma squash set pieces within than any of its rivals. Nightmare in a Damaged Brain is advised only for the strongest stomachs. One thing is for sure, though, this is the slasher class you all have been craving for, remastered and restored from the original in-camera elements. About this guy, this kind of crazy psychotic character who has these dreams at him. Because at the beginning of the film you see these dreams parts. It's one part in the movie, and at the beginning of the film, where one of the kids is saying like, someone outside the window and stuff, and there's a little bit of a twist. It's like he plays pranks on the babysitter all the time, and she hates it. And the kid is kind of screwed up and stuff, but you see more of the family in the film, through the film, because they're actually kept it to the crazy guy's store. And I was a bit surprised by the twist. I don't know, that's interesting. So yeah. So anyway, he gets out somehow. He manages to get he's on some kind of drug program for him, but he manages to get out. So they somehow lose him, right? So he gets out. Of course, it's not long before he starts killing. He's taking these pills for himself, so he doesn't kill us. But they don't seem to be working because he kills quite a few characters in this film. I mean, Jesus Christ. The film has got some screwed up moments in it, especially a kid. See the kid actually killing in the movie. So yeah, because you see a flashback of his life at the beginning, when he was younger and these killings and stuff. I've got this young kid who keeps playing tricks on his mom and his family, whatever. Of course, when he starts doing that, they start to believe him less, starts to lie. And it's interesting. It's an interesting movie. It's got a good story to it. Really interesting. And of course, he starts crying wolf in the movie. If you heard of the story about the boy who cried wolf, that's what he does. There's another part of the film where his mother is having some kind of relationship with this guy who looks like George Lucas. He's got a big beard and stuff like that. Of course, there's one part where they're on the beach and he sees the guy again. Of course, his mum's like, stop it, stop it, you're not funny. That's just. There's a creepy part in this film where they're taking pictures of the house, I think because they're selling it or something. And there's a photo, in the photo you see the guy in the window, and it's quite creepy, and I'm like, geez, that would creep me out a bit, some guy actually in your house. It looks like a person in your house. That scene was quite creepy, and I was like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, certain parts gets killed. He has a friend in this movie. That's just one part where he's riding a bike, right? And you see this really attractive jog guys. As well, and that leads up to a scene where they go in this abandoned building. Now the kid does, he meets up with his friend. His friend he goes off somewhere. Come on, where he goes. Of course, the jogger goes into the building, mine, and so it happens to her. Of course, not very nice. And then after that scene, his friend goes upstairs, and he's waiting outside for some reason. Of course. He should have went up with him, but and then so happens to his friend. So it's kind of screwed. This film is kind of screwed up. Better get that part in there. So yeah, So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, especially the finale in it where the killer, there's the babysitter actually decides to, babysit the kids. Of course, that was a big mistake because when she does, all hell breaks loose. Yeah, boyfriend. Actually, this part actually had me a bit surprised because there's one part where she sits down, she starts watching TV. The next minute, someone hiding behind her, like behind the door. And I thought, oh shit, she's dead. She's dead. And then there's a bit of a little bit of twist who the person behind her is. Actually, there's a sexy. They get a bit rumpty tumpty. They have a bit of rumpty tumpty. Of course, the killer is in the house and he's wearing this creepy mask. It's really a creepy mask. It doesn't help the matters, that's for sure. So it becomes kind of like Michael Myers because there's one part where the kid shoots him so many times. Honest to God, he must have shot him about 6-7 times. I'm thinking, this guy's got supernatural powers. He's like Michael Myers, who just gets shot all the time. So yeah, the last part was actually fascinating and interesting. I was sitting there going, wow, that's who it is. That's interesting. I won't say what it is because it's one of those movies that you've got to watch to you actually go, whoa, that's interesting, good twist. But yeah, really enjoyed it. So I really enjoyed it. There's really some decent acting in it. So yeah. So what I didn't like about it, so another one of the films I can't think of anything I disliked about it. See, it's got like two covers, which is cool. But the twist with the kid in it, I was like, Jesus Christ, because you see more of the guy's past as a kid. And the shocking part is you actually see the kid actually holding the axe, sliced it, eating it, actually holding the axe with blood all over. And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, quite a nasty actually scene, quite a nasty scene. It's not like a nicey movie, it's quite nasty. I didn't really dislike anything about it. I suppose when you watch the practical effects of death scenes, they look a bit dated and they don't look like, they look a bit fakish, kind of like, heads being chopped off or something. It looks a bit fake. So yeah. I suppose at the beginning of the film it has a creepy moment where when he's out, right, he goes into the sex place, watching these women and stuff, and it's creepy. I'm just like, oh Jesus, it looks awkward to do. I couldn't. You got these like doing that, these boxers, right, these guys looking around this woman, man. I'm thinking to myself, I couldn't stand there doing that. It's awkward, embarrassing. They're all like looking through these windows, and they're like, and these things come down after a while. And I'm just like, oh boy, it's as if I'm gonna sit my head through that way if I was watching. Oh look, all these men watching this woman. It just looks a bit awkward, I'm sitting there going, what the hell? What I liked about it, decent, good characters. The guy in it's quite a creeper, especially the dream sequences are pretty creeper. Really good death scenes. Actually, the shocking part is actually, good death scenes in it, good solid, decent performances, good storyline, like I said, good death scenes. It's definitely not a nicey movie. So yeah, it's one of those movies. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, so the rating I want to give this film is a 4 out of 5. I was going to give it a 3.5, but 4. Because I like the twist out there, and that kind of like helped it along a little bit. I thought, yeah, that was pretty good, that twist was. It kind of had that Halloween feel, the kid in it, even at the last part, So yeah, interesting. Like I said, the twist is very interesting. Also, that's an interesting twist. So anyway, 4 out of 5 for Nightmare in a Damaged Brain. Really enjoyable. Check it out. It's awesome. So anyway, people, this is my review of Nightmares in a Damaged Brain, or Nightmare. Nightmares in a Brain. Yeah, I liked it. Like I said, 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it, actually. It's really enjoyable film. So anyway, people, I'm going to go off now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. And if you meet any crazy characters, just call the police. So if you're babysitting and some weird stuff starts happening, you're a bit worried about it. So just I don't know, call the police, call someone. So anyway, people, have a nice day, have a nice evening, and take care. See you later.